Welcome back, everybody. I just want to do a huge thank you to everybody that have been watching my videos. I can't believe how many of you have been watching them, so I just want to say a huge thank you. Today we're just taking our little road trip in the Ioniq 5. This is my 2022 Ioniq 5. Preferred long range here in Canada. That means that it has the 77.4 kilowatt hour battery pack, and the color is cyber gray. The reason for this video, I am starting a new series. The series is going to be the operating costs of the Ioniq 5, and I'm going to break it down month by month by month. So today, we're going to break down the May month. We're going to break it down into everything that I've spent on it. Again, operational costs. Because so many people are different with their vehicles when they purchase them, we're not going to go into insurance, we're not going to go into car payments or anything like that. That differs across the whole world, country to country. So we're just going to leave that out of it. Strictly how much it costs to operate it, okay? So the first thing we're going to look at for the month of May is how many kilometers or miles that we traveled in the entirety of the month. We did 7,818 kilometers, which is 4,857.9 miles, okay? So that is a ton. So I think I put like the first 3 months that I had the vehicle, 7,500 kilometers on it, and now I did over 78. So that's just crazy insane. The majority of that was from our Las Vegas trip. I'd say 68.6% of all the kilometers that I drove in May came from the Las Vegas trip. The Las Vegas trip again was 3,332 miles, or 5,362 kilometers. Now, all of the cost, it wasn't just strictly electricity to charge it, okay? Spoiler alert, I did have some maintenance costs that I had to pay for that wasn't covered. So I'll go into that right now. In those maintenance costs, I had 2 recalls for the Ioniq 5. So for the first one, when I first initially called to make the appointment, they said I had a recall, although when they told me what the recall was, it was just a software update. So I don't know why they say that it's a recall. It's not really a recall. It's literally just a software update, so that's no problem at all. But the second one was actually a recall. And this one was called the shift-by-wire control unit. And I think that is the shifter, right? So the little knob that puts it into drive, neutral, reverse, and park. Yeah, so they did something with that, and the recall has been successfully replaced. So that has been taken care of. And the third thing, which actually did cost money, this was all in the exact same service visit, was I needed a tire rotation. So I've gone over 16,000 kilometers. I think that's 10,000 miles. So that cost was 13% of the total costs that I had to pay for the Ioniq 5 in the month of May. It came out to $75.37 Canadian, okay? Now, definitely the biggest cost for the month of May was charging, okay? It's the same like gas vehicles. The more you travel, the more you pay for gas. This is the exact same. The more you travel, the more you charge it and everything like that. For the entirety of May, I have added to this vehicle and used 1,736.76 kilowatt hours. Now, that is a ton, and again, the vast majority of it was used from the Las Vegas road trip. That is approximately 63.2%. I used 1,097.46 kilowatt hours to get to Vegas and then back home to Canada. The second top cost for charging was done at home. It accounted for 33.8%, and it was 587 kilowatt hours that I added to the Ioniq 5 just by home charging. Then I did make one small road trip, and I visited a flow charger, which accounted for 3% of all the electricity I used, and that was 52.3 kilowatt hours. The cost of each of them, everybody knows the cost for the Vegas road trip already. That was $391.65 Canadian. and Vegas accounted for almost 80% of the charging costs. The home charger came out to $83.52 Canadian, which accounted for 17%. And then the flow charger only cost $16.13. And that was 3% of all the charging costs. Now, if we did a complete total for all the charging costs in May of 2022, it came out to $491.30. And now if we add that to the cost of the tire rotation, the maintenance costs, it came out for a grand total from, again, the month of May 2022, $566.67 for the entire month of May. I'll do this again each and every month. Wait till June because I started tracking my efficiency, so we'll have a little bit of clearer numbers once we get to that. And if you have been, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Again, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you here with the next video.